The Korean drama, The Star is Born. Spoiler alert. It's about a girl who is born with this incredible natural talent for singing, this classical form of singing and storytelling called pansori in Korea. And her mom is like dead set against her becoming a singer. And it's because the mom was actually this incredible singer, and she lost everything pursuing this dream. So what happened is she also had this incredible natural talent, and she had this love, deep love for her father, who taught her how to sing. And when her father died, all she had left was the singing, and she thought that was the only thing that gave her value. So she pursued it to such a degree that it ruined her. Basically, she strained her voice so much that she harmed herself. And she ended up just totally giving up on that life and running away, and never changed her name, never spoke about it again. So when she sees her daughter with that same passion in her, she wants to protect her from this same heartbreak and deep pain. So she tries to stop her from developing this natural talent, but a famous actress singer of this traveling theater group discovers her singing in the market one day, and so she secretly trains her, and the girl ends up running away and pursuing this career to act and sing. In the course of her time there, she loses her only friend, and it's coded, but it seems obvious that it's actually a romantic love between her and this other girl. It's not explicit, but it's pretty obvious. There's something deeper there than just friendship. So when she loses this girl, she feels like she has nothing left. So it's so clear, this pattern repeating of feeling like the only value she has is her voice. And so she strains it to the point where she loses her voice, and goes to several doctors, and it finds out she can't sing anymore. She can talk, but she's not going to be able to sing, because pansori is requires this great intensity and range. And so she returns home, completely depressed. Her spirit is broken. The mom's worst fears have manifested. The girl not only did not succeed in the way she wanted to in the world, but she harmed her voice so that she's lost this natural talent, and she's broken her own spirit. But the director of this troupe tells the mother, you can teach her how to sing, even though her voice seems to be gone, and you're the only one that can. And the mother first is arguing against her. How could you even suggest that? My daughter came back almost half alive, and you want me to make her suffer more? But the path is already hard enough if you have a great voice, and now she doesn't even have a great voice, and you want me to continue to encourage that? But the mother begins to see just how deeply the child is suffering, and she knows her own suffering, right? Because after she felt like she failed in her career, she suppressed that part of herself, and she hasn't felt whole since. So one day she takes her daughter out at sunrise and tells her daughter a story about this legendary pansori singer who was born with a raspy voice. He couldn't hit high notes. And so the daughter's well, how could he be a master pansori singer when he couldn't even hit the notes? And the mom says he cultivated that mediocre voice so lovingly, so devotedly, that when people heard him sing, they didn't notice that the voice was actually not, as full or robust. all they felt was a sense of like wholeness and fullness after hearing him perform. It was as if he sang with no voice and made sound with no sound. Pansori, sori means sound in Korean. And so people who sing pansori, they shorten it to just sound. So rather than saying you have a good voice, you would say you can produce sound. That's why pansori is often compared to opera, because it's like very emotional and intense, and the what it takes from the singer, and it's like often one singer carrying this whole story with just like a drummer. But I think of it more like the blues, and it's not about the beauty of the voice in terms of ability as much as about what the person has endured, like the experience that a person has had in life. So it's almost like the more the person has suffered, the richer the voice. This whole idea, this whole theme is so moving to me, because to me that is the heart of what this container I'm wanting to co-create with the energy of our mothers and grandmothers, whether in spirit or, you know, whether they're physically participating. Like our mothers often try to protect their daughters from the very things that they've suffered from the most deeply. But in trying to protect us, like we can't be protected from our own destiny, right? And our individual destiny is interwoven with our ancestral lineage. Like there's a reason we're born into these bodies in this lifetime. And rather than trying to avoid or be shielded from the pain of what our mothers and our mothers' mothers have gone through, it is about embracing all of the pain and the wisdom, and seeing the beauty, seeing the unique beauty that can only come from like engaging in life, in just fully saying yes to the experience of your life. And that our mothers like have the key. Yes, sometimes they can be the ones that seem to be limiting us because of their love and their desire to protect. But they also hold the key to our liberation, and we hold the key to theirs. If our mothers, and if we ourselves can allow ourselves to own the unique path that has led us to exactly who and where we are, then we can liberate our lineage. And if you know that time is an illusion, and that the present affects the past just as much as it affects the future, because everything is actually happening simultaneously. When we can embrace and honor what has happened and then make new choices, we can change the whole story for everyone.